Ladies and gentlemen, special episode. ¿Por qué? Because it is Good Friday. Let's go. Bienvenidos. Welcome to this special episode on Good Friday. My name is Noan El Boricua, and I am always excited to be able to share with all of you about cultura, faith, y como siempre, conexiones. Now, I am so excited to be able to share on Pasión Friday. Why? Well, it's really, because if you really think about it, it's because of the significance of today. And really for all of those around the faith when it comes to either you being a Catholic or Christian. I think for me, it's really important to understand to be able to celebrate those moments of faith. But before I get into that, I actually had a chance to check out a movie again, and this is probably the third time that I've watched it. And the movie is titled The Life of a King. Now, if you don't know this movie, it's actually a true story, and I think it's actually really well done. And it's really this one man's mission to be able to give a chance to these inner city kids in Washington, D.C., which is something they've never had, and really is un futuro, a future. After being incarcerated for 18 years, Eugene Brown, played by Academy Award winning Cuba Gooding Jr., this guy Eugene establishes what's called the Big Chair Chess Club to be able to get kids off the streets and working towards lives that they never believed that they were actually capable. I really loved it. Now, I will say there is some cussing and, there are a little bit of violence and stuff like that. So if you're going to watch it with your kids, those that have kids, just fair warning. Now, Life of a King has this really cool, inspirational narrative, this narrative that accurately represents life in the hood, in el barrio, in the inner city. Y bueno, lo que me encanta de esta película, Life of a King, is that it actually promotes this redemptive moral worldview throughout the movie, and really this story of understanding the importance of this hero who has to overcome all of his past, his sinful life of crime, which then motivates him, which Cuba played a really good role of this guy, to be able to bring redemption and restoration to the troubled youth of the inner city. And how did he do that? He did it by showing them how to play the game of chess. This is why I love the power of sport, the power of music, these things that can help our youth to be able to find capabilities that they didn't know they had. Now, what's crazy is that, let's bring it back. Life is a clash of good and bad. That maybe you can relate, that you've maybe suffered at times in life, yet knowing that there's this good ending in the near future. I know personally for me, I remember moments where I felt that there was no way out. Yet I always saw the redemption of this win, of this victory. How did I see that? Man, I saw that through the power of sport. I saw that in learning how to play music. And I saw that in having a relationship with God. See, bringing this together, the promise of Good Friday is when our world is turned upside down, and even our own hearts flee for cover and refuge, we have hope. So I kind of wanted to share that. Look, maybe you're going through some stuff in life. Maybe there's some challenges. Who knows? Maybe you need me to pray for something. So one of my pillars being faith, I want to throw it out there for you. You guys can email me, fieldpasionpodcast@gmail.com. You can hit it in the comments, or you can DM me. Is there anything you want me to pray for you today? Is there anything that maybe you need in life because life seems to be a little bit upside down? Look, I'm gonna close with this because this has been a really long week. The cross is where we see this convergence of great suffering and God's forgiveness. Look, I was trying not to go any verses, but I'm gonna have to throw some at you guys, right? So Psalms 85:10, it sings of this day that says of righteousness and peace will kiss each other. See, the cross of Jesus is where that occurred, where God's demands, his righteousness coincided with his mercy. And I think for me, when I think about this day and this weekend, we receive divine forgiveness. We receive mercy and we receive peace because Jesus willingly took on our divine punishment and the result of God's righteousness against sin. I think of the other verse, I think I'm gonna have to paraphrase it for you guys, but it's something like along the lines of like, for the joy set before him, Hebrews chapter 12. And I think for us, we need to understand this, that Jesus endured the cross on Good Friday, knowing that it led to his resurrection, our salvation, and the beginning of God's reign of righteousness and peace. Look, it's a special week for me, and I hope that Good Friday marks the day when wrath and mercy met at the cross. See, that's why Good Friday is like so dark, yet it's so good. Because I think for us, we understand the power of who he is. So, man, I just want to say thank you guys for checking out this latest episode here at Fuel Pasión. And, you know, as always, I invite you guys to check out our website, fuelpasionpodcast.com. And como siempre, familia, we have all of our latest. Look, we just did a whole week of this new segment that I call Dígame Noan when it comes to leadership. It's all on audio podcast. For anyone who is a Patreon member, I'm actually uploading videos every week. So I did a video version of these. So I hope you guys, as always, be able to just immerse yourself in la cultura, always grow in your faith, and always making those conexiones. Como dice mi abuelita, que Dios te bendiga.